YouTube? It's James with Shothammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and guys, man, where do I start? Happy New Year! I mean, like, I haven't been on a battle report since Hogfest, and Hogfest was the first week of November, and right now, as of this moment, it is a couple days after Valentine's Day, so it's February, so it's been like 4 months of the hiatus. 4 months! November, December, January, and mid-February. Guys, I'm sorry, but there just hasn't been any games. There hasn't been any tournaments. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was just extremely burnt out. It was tournament after tournament after tournament after tournament, traveling around the world, around the country, going everything I can to get you guys some content, and it took a toll on me. I just had to like detox from the game. Now, majority of the reason why I went on to the hiatus was to come back with a fresh perspective. Unfortunately, coming back, I realized that like the Orc and Goblin book got shafted, and I mean shafted. And I know there's some people like I go on to very rarely the forums or onto Facebook, and when I make that argument, somebody's like, "Oh no, some guy in Ireland's doing great." Well, congrats to that guy in Ireland, and congrats to the guy in New Zealand or Australia or whatever. But let's be honest, the Orc and Goblin book got shafted big time, okay? And if you know, people were coming up to me and sending me messages saying, "Hey, I want to hear your take on how the book's doing with the hotfix, or how the book's doing with the you know, the 2.0 rules." And I even got messaged by someone of the guys who was like, "Hey, I'm one of the new guys on the Army book. You know, I want to hear your take." And you know, to be honest, when I started to think about what could be changed in the Orc and Goblin book, or like what's my take on the new rules, you know, it's just, there's a lot of stuff that's just like, I don't understand why they did this. And then all of a sudden I started to realize that a lot of my major complaints are still the same complaints that I made in videos before I went on the hiatus. So I was like, I'm not going to add much more to it. Thank you for raising a bunch of points on stuff that didn't need to be raised. Thank you for making the idol worse than it already was, because there was only like 2 or 3 people ever using it. Now there's going to be even less. But anyways, that is not what this battle report's about. This is a battle report. But I figured you guys would like to hear a little bit of my take on things before I get into the battle report. Plus, this battle report is rather small. It's a very short game. It's a 3,000 point game against Luke Nickel. Luke Nickel was talking about getting back into the dojo. We're going to have a tournament next week to kind of get everybody into this new game that is the 9th Age 2.0. So we're just trying to, you know, we're trying to roll some dice and just have some fun. And anyways, yeah. Alright, so let's go over what I have on the table. Let's go over what Luke had on the table. Let's go over this game and see how this goes. Alright, so first off, I brought a big block of 30 Feral Orc Ed Bashers. I don't even know what the hell their names are anymore. It's Savages. The damn Savages. Anyways, I brought the big Stabadon. I brought the freaking, I brought the banner that allows me to fight in an extra rank, the Green Tide banner. I brought extra hand weapons just for the hell of it, because why not? I didn't know I was going to fight Luke, to be honest. I thought I might have been fighting Ian. Not that it would have changed what I brought. I just brought what I brought just because the hell of just bringing it. I figured I'm going to see how this works, if it works or whatnot. Then I brought my Bazooka and the Horde. Bazooka and the Horde, you know, and mainly because I had this still in my tray, in my bin. But, you know, Bazooka is still my BSB. He has the Legionnaire banner, which allows him to get a extra rank bonus. So he'll have, what is that? You know, if they're in 5 ranks, I get to count 4 of the ranks for the rank bonus for combat res. And then I also have my banner in there, and that banner took the banner of discipline. So they can't panic if somebody dies next to them. And then over here, I got my 5 raiders just to be chaff, and then I got a giant because the giants are all the new rage. I got my general and my wizard. My general is a Feral Orc Ed Basher with the Axe of Apocalypse and some other stuff. I don't know what I put on him. And then my wizard is a level 4 Witchcraft Master. Alright, for my opponent, Mr. Nickel. Nickel brought this giant demon engine on the left. He has a unit of blue horrors right in the front. Then he has his general in the middle there. He has 4 pestilence beasts, 4 juggernauts or whatever they're called, crusher cav. I don't know what the hell they're called. He has that giant unit of dogs there that it looks like 7 hellhounds, 5 furies, and a bunch of more horrors. All right. So we're gonna go over turn 1. Turn 1, I believe I took turn 1. So turn 1, Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins, turn 1. So, as you can see, I also have the K-Pack. The K-Pack is on the bottom corner there, as you can see. I move up. Now, one of the things is, I kind of deployed everything, which was a bad mistake by me to begin with, because it allowed Luke to just match up what he wanted to counteract anything I have. Now, so one of the reasons why the K-Pack can't really move up right now is because the Hellhounds are on the left side. They're actually giving me the stare down, basically. So if I move closer, he's going to charge into my chariots, which makes them ineffective. I want to be able to get a good charge off with them. The Giant's going up on the right. I actually want the Giant to fight his Demon Engine. I don't know if he knew that or not, but he put his Pestilence Beast off to the right side, hoping that he could get his Pestilence Beast with the poison into the Giant. I just kind of want to see what the Giant can do, so that's about it. But seeing that, I go ahead and I bring my dogs around because my dogs can chaff him. So Magic Phase, yeah, this dice here. Magic Phase, I rolled a 1, and honestly, I didn't memorize this shit. I don't know what the fuck anything is. So I got a bunch of dice. Luke was telling me, you get this many dice, I got that many dice, I get this many tokens, I got that many tokens. I don't know, because I really wasn't. I don't memorize. I haven't memorized this. It's my first time playing this, and I'm just like, okay, I got so many dice. Well, guess what? I didn't get any. Oh, the first cast of the game. My first dice roll of the game. I roll a miscast. Triple 2s. Nothing really happened, so didn't really matter. But it's gonna go ahead and start off his turn. Shooting. There was nothing really to shoot at. Apparently, volley fire sucks balls now. So. Really couldn't do anything with the goblins, and let's go into turn 1. Turn 1, demons. Turn 1. So he goes ahead and he's playing a huge. He plays a gun line. Well, this is really a mix because he has some monsters and he has some guns and he has some magic. He has a lot of magic actually. So he's basically just letting me come to him so he could just shoot the hell out of me. Magic. He got 3. I don't know what the hell that is, but it goes ahead and he ends up doing a whatever the blue fire was, and kills off one of my savages. That is all that really happened. I think he flubbed the next roll. I didn't take that many pictures because, again, I'm into my learning period here, so I'm just trying to figure out things. It's going to go and start off turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2, Orcs and Goblins. So I go ahead and like I said, I go ahead and I move the Giant up to his Demon Engine. I want to see this fight happen. I go ahead and I put the dogs in front of his Pestilence Beast, and then when he charges into my dogs, I'm going to go ahead and counter charge with the Goblins into his Pestilence Beasts. My Savages, I don't know why they're just kind of. I think that's as far as they can move. I just don't think they can move far at all. And then, yeah, I'm going to go to shooting phase. These guys shoot. They don't do shit because volley fire sucks. So, yeah, that's all that really happens. Magic, nothing happens. Nothing recorded happens, at least. Oh, I remember. I actually rolled a good. Nope, it wasn't this one. It was the next one. Next one is a good magic phase. Anyways, let's go to turn 2, Demons. Demons turn 2. So he goes ahead and he charges into the dogs like I expected. He charges into the Giant, which, okay, I kind of want to see what happens. And then he goes ahead and he moves his Furies in front of my Savages, which normally would be, like, terrifying to me. But now that the Frenzy rules have changed, I'm not too worried about it. I'm like, okay, I'll just run them over anyways. Yeah, that's how it looks. Over here, Magic, he got 2, and yeah, so he goes ahead and he gives, what the hell was this? I'm trying to remember what this was. I put the little flame there to remind me that he had something. I don't know if it was a flame breath or it was something else. I don't remember what it was. Anyways, goes ahead and he does the fireball thing, does 2 damage onto my chariots. Over here, this is the fight I really wanted to see. So he goes ahead and he swings at a faster initiative since he charged me, and he ended up doing 3 wounds onto my Giant. Now my Giant has, I think, like 7 attacks or 6 attacks, something like that. Like I think like 6 attacks plus. Now every wound the giant takes, he gets an additional attack. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and use these 3 extra attacks. And I'm like strength 7 in the first round of combat. I got the giant club. I got the freaking born to fight. And this thing's T6. I don't care. I'm gonna freaking wreck it. I go ahead and I swing. I get like 4 wounds. He gets freaking 1 that doesn't ward save. Yep, 1. That's it. I rolled like shit for the rest of it. Actually, I think I rolled like shit to hit. Anyway, so he has a charge. He has 3 wounds. I have 1 wound, so I'm down by 3. It's leadership 8. I need a 5 or under, and I roll a 4, and I stick. Alright. Over here, he kills my dogs, goes ahead and faces the rear of my giant, and it's going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn 3. Orcs and Goblins, turn 3. Orcs and Goblins, turn 3. Here we go. I'm going to charge! I'm charging the, I call it the Wog, because why not? And I'm going to charge my K-Pack into his Hellhounds. I'm going to charge the Savages into the Furies. And I'm going to actually charge Bazooka and the Horde into the Pestilence Beasts. And I'm really banking on a good magic phase. I've been saving up my Veil tokens. I haven't used my Veil tokens up yet. So I'm going to go ahead and redeem them all this turn. I'm going to hope that I have a good magic phase. So get in. Alright. Now, magic, I can't even read that number. I think it was an 8. And it was a really good, like, whatever it was, you know what I mean? Like, I got a shit ton of dice. Alright? So, the first thing I do is I go for the wheel turns. And, that's what I rolled. Yep. I go for the wheel turns boosted. Fucking 4 dice. I need a 10. And I rolled 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man, and that basically fucking gimps the rest of my oh, I remember what the little thing was. I ended up doing a spell where he can't cast the spell or he can't shoot in that thing. It's I think it's Twisted Effigy. Might be. I think so. I think it's Twisted Effigy. Anyways, doesn't really matter because he lets that one go through, but all my offensive spells like the Orc and Goblin trait spell, as well as the wheel turns, were the ones that were really going to matter against the Pestilence Beasts. Now that I failed, it's just going to suck. Anyways. So, over here, close combat, I ended up doing, I think, like 10 wounds. I did 16 hits, 10 wounds, and he ward saves, armor and ward saves, 5 of them. So I only did 5 wounds, which just was not enough. Just not enough. So even if I win this combat right now, which I think I do, he's gonna win the grind, and it's just the K-Pack's dead. Anyways, he ends up killing off one of my chariots, and as you can see, that's how it looks. He ends up sticking. I think he might have lost one more. Over here, my Shady Gits actually killed one of the Pestilence Beasts. My BSB might have done a wound, and I actually win this combat pretty big, I think, because he kills. Look at this. He kills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of my guys. I have a charge. I think like 3 wounds. And apparently downhill charge isn't a thing anymore. Just lets me reroll distance. Anyways, charge. 3 wounds. 2 banners. And then an extra banner thing. And 3 ranks. Yeah, so I win by like 2. He might have took a wound. I don't even think he took a wound. I think he passed his leadership check. And nothing really happened. And yeah, over here, as you can see, he ends up putting on another 2 wounds onto the giant. Giant only puts on 1 more wound onto him. And then, yeah, that's how the table looks. Alright, so guys, this is basically going to be close to the end of the game right here. So it's going to start off his turn. Demon's turn 3, I think this was. Yeah, Demon's turn 3. So he sees this angle. I didn't see this angle. He's going to charge his Crushers into the flank, or the rear, actually. The rear of my Bazooka and the Horde. And he does. Boom! Right in. Alright, yeah, so that leaves basically my Savages here just kind of staring at nothing because I can't reach anybody. He's going to shoot me with all his little volley fire dudes. The blue meanies. These blue meanies over here just charged into my side of my flank of my K-Pack, which it didn't matter. The dogs could have done it themselves. And then, yeah, that's how it looks. Magic, he got 6. He removed his general because he didn't like the fact that I kept on doing that spell to him. I don't know why he removed his general. I think he just needed to move it closer so he could do his own spells and buffs over on this side with within range. But he goes ahead and he rolls 3 dice to cast a spell. I think it was just like the flaming breath spell, the breath weapon, and he rolls 6, 6, 6. And since he's thaumaturgy, and since he's a demon of change, he takes an additional +1 to miscast, so he's taking a 7, 7, 7, which removes his general from the game. That's horrible. That's the only thing going my way was that. His guys shoot at my savages, kill a couple of my savages, like literally 2 savages, and then over here he's just going to wipe out my dogs. He does. Over here, he swings away. He ends up putting every single wound onto my giant except for 1. My giant has 1 wound remaining, and or he might have killed me. Did he kill me? No, he did. He did kill me, but I get to swing first before I die, because it's the same initiative. So I go ahead and I roll all my dice, and I got like a handful of dice, and I'm just like, I mean, this is a cool ability. It really is a cool ability to have like extra amount of dice on me. So I go ahead and I roll them all, and I end up doing 1 fucking wound. Yep, 1 fucking wound. Again, that was just shit roll. So his guy's free over here, and yeah, that's kind of how it's gonna look. I mean, he starts tearing apart my goblins in the rear here, and yeah, I didn't even remove the bodies. He ended up killing, I think I had like 30 goblins left. He ends up killing 24, I want to say, and yeah, that was just that unit's dead, and I call the game there. Like I said, it was a short game, guys. Not much to it. I understand. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I understand that I totally need to practice to find something I'm happy with. Currently, I'm not happy with this. Yeah, we got some cool banners. Yeah, the giants got fixed, but I can't say, oh, it was the orc and goblin giant that got fixed. No, every giant got fixed in every book. So I'm not really 100% on that. I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, you know, savages and iron orcs are awesome. If you could get a whole infantry army with double banners, double green tide banners, you could get a shit ton of attacks. I understand that, but I'm going to tell you right now, it is not my style. My style would be because one of the issues with orcs and goblins is that they're so slow. They're slow in initiative and they're slow in movement. So getting a giant horde together, yeah, you could have a shit ton of potential. Like my savages have a shit ton of potential to do a lot of damage. And for the record, in this picture right here, I can't even see the edge of his guys that charged in. So I have no good legal charges here. But like I said, even with the Axe of Apocalypse and even with the savages and the banner, I wouldn't be able to charge into anything in an avoidance list, and he'll just shoot me to pieces, which he's going to eventually. I mean, this is 3,000 points. I'm missing a lot of my tools. I'm missing my second wizard. I feel like everybody's like, oh yeah, witchcraft is the best lore we have. It really isn't. Witchcraft is probably just subpar, if that, because there isn't really any damaging spells from a distance. And again, not that orcs and goblins should be a distance army, but you need that option. And it really does suck that they nerf pyromancy to a point where it's pretty much untakeable. But we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna try something else out. I'm gonna make a list after I get off the headset here, and because I have a tournament this weekend. It's a 1-day, 3-round tournament, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Anyways, guys, so that's my first battle report of this new version with the beta rules, and I'm not a big fan, but I mean, it needs more time, I guess. Who knows? Maybe I'm phasing out of the game. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's not drawing me in right now. I'm gonna try again. I'm not giving it up, and I'm gonna keep on trying, but. You guys wanted to see a battle report? That's my battle report. You want to see how I feel about it? That's how I feel about it. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Take care, and until then, peace.